Hello, welcome to On the Mat with Lydia, and may the 4th be with you. I'm Lydia, and whatever has brought you to your yoga practice today, you are very welcome here. Today's class is, of course, a little bit Star Wars themed for May the 4th. So in Star Wars, there's something called the Force, and in yoga, there's something called the Life Force. So in yoga, this is our prana, our life force energy, which connects us with everything in the universe and connects us to a higher consciousness. So today we're going to tap into feeling that force within us and have a little bit of fun with it. So whenever you're ready, let's get on the mat. Let's begin our practice today in a seated position. So if you're not already there, please make your way there. And take a moment to settle your body into stillness. Maybe close your eyes if that feels safe and comfortable for you, or soften your gaze. And take a moment here to relax your arms by your sides, let your legs get heavy. And start to tune in to the rhythm, the flow of your breath here. Following this in and out, this rise and fall of your breath. And really recognizing your breath as this key to tuning into your life force. So in yoga, this concept of prana is the primal energy of all of life. It is something that connects you more deeply to your body. It creates harmony within you. And it also connects you to this greater web of life, to this greater consciousness. So really tapping into this force that connects us all, that helps us to create balance, to create unity. And that starts right here with your breath. So please take a few more moments in stillness to really feel this rhythm of your inhales and exhales. And with each round of breath, if you can start to soften your body a little bit more so that your breath can become even more expansive. So relaxing your belly so that with your inhale you can feel this ballooning of the belly, the ribs, the chest. And on your exhale, feeling this natural release through the body as you breathe all the way out. Again, breathing in for that big expansive inhale. And breathing out. Feel that release on your exhale. Tuning into this power of your breath, which we'll really tap into as we keep moving through our practice today. For now, let's take 3 more rounds of breath here all together. Inhale. Exhale through your nose or mouth. Again, inhaling here. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. From here, eyes can remain closed, or maybe you decide to flutter them open. If you're sitting in a cross-legged position, please switch the cross of your legs, opposite foot in front, and then sit up nice and tall once again on those sits bones. We'll start to make some circles through the hips here. So as you're ready, slowly start to make some small circles with your hips. So imagine that this movement is radiating from the pelvis. So it starts down here at the root, and then from there you might start to feel that movement come up into the spine, the chest, maybe even the head and shoulders. Just starting to circulate some energy here. So when we tap into our life force, our prana, this is really energizing, right? Prana brings in this vitality, this enthusiasm, this excitement, and this creativity. So it's really something that we get to tap into within ourselves, but again, also connects us with this larger web of all of life. When you're ready, start to switch directions with those circles, take a few rotations the other way. Again, originating down here in the hips and feeling that movement radiating all the way up the length of your spine. Awesome. Now slowly start to bring yourself back to stillness from here, making those circles smaller and smaller until eventually you land back to center, back onto those sits bones. As you lift your spine up nice and tall, take an inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. As you exhale, turn your palms down and sweep your arms towards the earth. Palms up as you inhale, sweep to the sky. As you exhale, arms come down. One more inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, palms come down in front of your heart. Maybe bowing your head, maybe closing your eyes. Once more before we really start moving here, tuning into the rhythm of your breath. Sometimes prana is also referred to as cosmic breath. So really feel that throughout this practice, you can come back time and again to this flow of your inhales and exhales. For now, let's take one more breath in here. Let it out. Moving slowly, begin to find your way onto hands and knees, transitioning into your tabletop position here. Take a moment as you arrive to wiggle it out, find your foundations, pushing down through the palms, through the tops of the feet, and finding a nice long spine here. Let's keep things moving as you inhale, lift your heart, lift your tailbone, find your cow pose. As you exhale, tuck your tail round your spine and find your cat. Inhale, arching the back, find your cow. Exhale, rounding your spine, find your cat. 3 more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Moving with your breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Final round of this cat-cow as you inhale to lift the heart. And exhale to round your spine. With your next inhale, lengthening back out to that nice neutral spine. Keeping hips stacked over knees, start to walk your hands forward towards the top of your mat, melting your heart down as you come into a forward fold. So starting to let your heart drop down towards the mat, finding just a little bit of strength here through the core, navel drawing in and up to keep you supported. Feeling your breath here as we open the heart. Breathing not just into the chest, but into that space behind the heart, right between the shoulder blades. Let's stay for just a few more rounds of breath here in our puppy pose. Stick with it. Let's take one more inhale here. Now as you exhale, start to bring your heart forward, dropping your elbows down. Keep moving your chest towards your hands as your hips come down towards the mat, finding your Sphinx pose as you land. So pushing down through those forearms, drawing the shoulders back and lifting your heart. Once again, find that core connection, navel lifts up as the tops of your feet press down. Few breaths here, continuing to find this back bending shape, opening the front body. Might feel good to move the head around slowly, finding a little stretch around the neck. We'll stay for about 3 more rounds of breath here. Always coming back to that cosmic breath. Your breath really connecting you to this life force. Awesome. Let's take one more inhale here in our Sphinx. Now as you exhale, start to lift your hips up off the mat, keeping the knees down, coming into this kind of kneeling plank position. Now keep pushing down into the forearms, elbows right underneath the shoulders. Option 1 is to keep the knees down. Option 2 is to tuck the toes, lift the knees, and find your forearm plank. So really feeling this energy through the body now as you build some strength in this pose. Keep thinking about lengthening through the body as you push up and away from the mat. So really circulating this energy is part of our yoga practice, part of tapping into this force. So even if you start shaking, trembling here, keep breathing through it and know that you're tapping into that beautiful cosmic life force here. Awesome. Let's take one more inhale. You got it. As you exhale, lightly land the knees. Start to shift your hips back towards your heels. Walk the hands back as you sit down into your child's pose. Few rounds of breath here to stretch the back body, evening out after that back bending here. And let's take one more breath in here and let it out. As you inhale, pass through your tabletop position. Exhaling to tuck your toes, lift your hips. Let's make our way to downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling out the heels if that feels good. Maybe a little shake of the hips. Letting yourself arrive in your downward dog here today. And eventually we'll find some stillness, planting through the palms, rooting through the balls of the feet. Really pushing through the arms here to lift the hips high while you lengthen out through your spine. Then shifting some weight over towards your left foot. Take an inhale, sweep your right leg up and back to the sky. As you exhale, start to bend your knee and let's circle through that right hip a couple of times. Beautiful. Take another inhale here in this 3-legged dog. As you exhale, draw that right knee forward towards your nose and step your foot in between your hands. Back knee lightly lowers to the mat, maybe finding a blanket under that back knee for some cushion. Hands can stay rooted here on the mat or on a couple of blocks. Take an inhale to drop your hips, send your heart forward. As you exhale, begin to rock your hips back as you straighten through that right leg. We're going to keep it moving. Inhale to rebend the front knee, bring your heart forward. Exhale to rock your hips back. Find a little stretch through the leg. Again, with the breath, inhale forward. And exhale back. 2 more rounds on your own here. Really letting your breath motivate your movement, using that entire inhale and that full exhale to create these shapes. Now the next time that you inhale and come forward towards your lunge, please tuck your back toes and lift your back knee off the mat. Dropping that left heel down, turning your toes out to set up for warrior 1. And with your next inhale, rise all the way up to find that warrior 1 shape. Front knee bend, both feet pressing equally into the floor. Let's take a breath in right here. And breath out. All right, let's add in a little bit of fun movement here. Hands come down to the chest, almost like you're holding a little baseball in front of the heart here. Now as you inhale, bend into that front knee as you push the hands forward. As you exhale, sweep your arms up, straighten that front leg, and then bend the elbows back, create a little back bend. Again, nice and slow, inhaling to bend the front knee as you push the palms forward. Exhale, sweep your arms up, straighten the knee, and cactus your arms at the top. 3 more. Inhale, push the palms forward. Exhale, reach your arms up and find your back bend. 2 more on your own, moving with your breath. Feeling yourself kind of moving some energy around as you move the body here. Staying really intentional with your breath. Awesome. The next time you inhale, bend the front knee, push the palms forward. As you exhale, straighten the leg, reach up to the sky. Take an inhale, rebend the front knee, keep the arms up. As you exhale, start to fold over that front leg until your fingertips find the mat or some blocks. Inhale, shift your weight forward to the right foot. As you exhale, find your core connection to help you lift the left leg any amount, finding your standing split. Feel strength down through that right leg. Let your left leg lift and be held in space above you. We're not here for too long, but keep the breath steady. Let's take 1 more inhale here. As you exhale, reach that left foot to the back of your mat, lightly landing down into a lunge. Beautiful. Planting your palms, step your right foot back to meet your left, find a plank. Take an inhale right here. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Come into downward facing dog. A little bit of movement here if you want it before we come to the other side. Steady your breath here. And when you're ready, let's shift weight to that right foot. Take an inhale, sweep your left leg up and back. Exhale to bend your knee, open your hips, or to make some circles through that left leg. Awesome. Let's take another inhale here with the left leg lifted. As you exhale, draw that left knee forward towards your nose and step your foot in between your hands. Back knee gently lowers to the mat, setting up for a low lunge, dropping your hips as you lift your heart up. Take an inhale here in your lunge. As you exhale, rock your hips back. Start to straighten through that front leg any amount. Then with the breath, inhale, come forward to your lunge. Exhale, rock back into that hamstring stretch. 3 more times, moving at your own pace here. You know what to do. Follow the flow of your breath. And through this movement, we're just creating a little bit more space through the body so that your breath and your prana can flow a little bit more easily, become a little bit more expansive. So the next time that you inhale and come forward to your lunge, please tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Dropping your right heel down, setting up for warrior 1. Take an inhale to rise up. Anchor down through your feet, hug your hips in. Take another inhale to reach tall. Stay for your exhale. All right, finding the force here, let's bring our hands down in front of the heart. With your inhale, bending the front knee, pushing the palms forward. As you exhale, sweep the arms up, straighten the leg, and cactus your arms at the top. Again, inhale to bend your knee, push the palms forward. Exhale, sweep your arms up, find a gentle back bend. 3 more times on your own. Really imagining here that you're moving something through the air, moving this energy around you. And finishing up with that last round here, following your breath. With your next inhale, rebending your front knee as you push the palms forward. Exhale, arms up, start to straighten through the front leg. Inhale, rebend your front knee, warrior one. As you exhale, drop your hands to the mat. Let's set up for that standing split balance. Inhale, get light on the right toes. Exhale, use the strength of your core to help you lift that right leg any amount into your standing splits. Finding your breath here. Steadiness in the body, but flow in the breath. And let's stay for one more inhale here. As you exhale, reach that right foot back, landing your foot into your lunge. Planting your palm, step it back to your plank, taking an inhale here. And as you exhale, lift your hips up and back. Find downward facing dog. Movement or stillness, that's up to you. Let's stay for 3 rounds of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. Last one here, inhale. On your exhale, give me your best Wookiee impression. I'm just kidding, you can if you want to. All right, let's gently drop the knees down to the mat. Again, option to cushion the knees here if you'd like. Start to walk your hands back towards the legs until you can come to stand on the knees. Tucking your toes behind you just for a little bit more stability. And then hands will find your hips. Now, if it feels okay with your wrists, you can walk your hands all the way back towards your low back, pointing your fingers up and pressing the heel of your hand down. From there, roll the shoulders back. Draw your elbows behind you. Lift your heart a little higher as you inhale. As you exhale, hug the navel in as you draw your shoulder blades back and start to find a back bend. So here in your back bend, it's almost gonna feel like you're leaning back into it, but really your heart is moving forward and up towards the sky. All the while that lower body is strong, holding you in place as you create some space around your heart. 3 more rounds of breath here. Hands can stay on the low back, or maybe you'd like to reach back towards the heels, finding that camel shape. Keep breathing wherever you are. You got this. And with your next natural inhale, slowly start to lift your spine back up tall, stacking head over heart over hips. With your exhale, slowly bring yourself to a seated position, keeping your spine nice and tall for now. As you find your seat, take a moment to ground down through your hips, lift up through your spine. Take an inhale, sweep both arms to the sky. As you exhale, take a gentle twist over towards that right knee. Nice small twist here, turning the heart, opening the chest. Feeling just a little bit of release after that deep back bend there. Let's take one more inhale here. As you exhale, slowly unwind, bring your heart back through center. And then again, we'll inhale to sweep the arms out and up. As you exhale, take that gentle twist over towards the left knee. Keeping the hips rooting down as you open through the chest. Maybe even looking back over that left shoulder if that's okay for the neck. And let's take one more inhale here. As you exhale, slowly unwind, coming back through center. Awesome. Please settle into your comfortable seat. So if you'd like to readjust, maybe sit onto a prop, please feel free to do so. And we'll seal our practice today with a few minutes of breathing here. So as I've been mentioning, your breath is the best way to connect to this powerful force within you and within all things. So let's take some time to really tune into that here. Please find stillness wherever you are. Hands resting wherever they feel most natural. And then either eyes closed if that feels okay for you, or eyes can stay open, which can be really helpful if you start to get a little bit lightheaded during breath work. So you choose here, as you settle into stillness, just start to become aware of the flow of your breath. So not changing anything yet, but simply bringing awareness to this ingoing and outgoing breath. You may even notice that your breath has shifted since the beginning of your practice. Maybe your breath even feels a little bit different moving through your body. Getting curious about these things, tuning in to what's going on. And as you feel ready, I invite you to come into your equal parts breath. So for this pranayama, your inhale and exhale will be of equal length. For example, if you're breathing in for a count of 4, you're also breathing out for a count of 4. And really finding a length that feels natural to you without any force or strain on the breath. So if 4 counts seems like a lot, you might go for 3. Or maybe today you're really feeling that your breath is wanting to slow down, and you could even stretch that out to 5 or 6 counts. Aware that you are breathing in, aware that you are breathing out. And if at any point your mind begins to wander away from your mat, bring yourself back to that reminder. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Through this equal parts breath, really harmonizing this life force energy within you. Creating a little bit more of that expansion, that lightness to your energy. And if you so choose to take this equal parts breath one step farther, then you have the option to add a breath retention at the top of your inhale. So for example, you'll inhale perhaps for a count of 4. At the top of that inhale, you're holding your breath for a count of 4. And then you'll exhale that breath out for a count of 4. Now, when I say holding your breath in, it's not this really like forcing, constricted kind of thing, but it's more of this gentle pause at the top of the inhale. So if that retention just does not feel gentle for you, if it does not feel mindful, if it creates any sort of anxiety or lightheadedness, then please just come on back to that equal parts breath, 4 in and 4 out. And again, if you are adding that retention, it's same length for the inhale, the pause, and the exhale. We'll stay for about another minute with this breath. And if at any point you'd like to return to your natural rhythm of breathing and let this go, you're free to do so. We'll stay for about another minute with this breath. But if at any point you'd like to let this breath go and return to your natural rhythm of breathing, please feel free to do so. At the bottom of your next exhale, please release any control over your breath, returning to your own natural rhythm of inhales and exhales, allowing your body to stay relaxed, your eyes closed or your gaze soft. And taking a moment to pause and feel this energy moving within you. This force that connects you more deeply with yourself and with the entire universe. And I invite you to bring your hands together in front of your heart, or perhaps stacking your hands over your chest. Sealing your practice with one final moment to really cherish this connection with your prana. And I thank you so much for meeting me on the mat. May the force be with you.